In the remote Australian outback, beneath the scorching red sands, lies a covert CIA base shrouded in mystery and echoing with secrets that could reshape the world. In this video explores the intriguing topic of a CIA base in Australia's heart, delving into the historical context, geopolitical significance, and potential reasons behind this presence. The video aims to shed light on a covert aspect of international intelligence operations. But before we uncover the secrets behind why a CIA base exists in the heart of Australia, we have a captivating revelation in store for you. So stay with us until the end of this video, and we'll introduce you to a fascinating chapter in the world of covert operations. Australia, a country filled with enigmas and marvels, entices us with its mysteries concealed beneath the blazing sun. It proudly is the driest continent on our planet, a status it shares exclusively with the icy desolation of Antarctica. Yet, what truly ignites our imagination is its assertion as the home to the second largest desert in our world. It resides solely in the shade of the immense Sahara in northern Africa, a monumental contest of barrenness that intrigues the inquisitive intellect. The vast expanse of the Great Australian Desert covers over one-third of the continent, surpassing the total land area of Kazakhstan. This arid landscape plays a significant role in shaping Australia's demographic landscape. Despite ranking as the sixth largest country on Earth in terms of landmass, Australia holds only the 53rd position regarding its population size. Despite being roughly equivalent in size to North Korea, Australia conceals a remarkable secret within the heart of its desolate and uninhabited interior, an obscure and sizable geopolitical asset of considerable significance. A significant overseas military installation in the United States, overseen by various government agencies and staffed by a substantial number of personnel. The base is close to the remote Australian town of Alice Springs, with a population of around 26,000. However, there are no larger towns within a radius of approximately 700,000 square kilometers. The size of this American intelligence facility in the heart of Australia is approximately on par with that of the US state of Texas. Describing this remote Australian outpost as distant would be a vast understatement, given the presence of hundreds of American intelligence officers. If you embark on a brief 10-minute drive from the quaint Australian town of Alice Springs towards the southwest, you'll promptly encounter numerous warning signs. The highly classified Joint Intelligence Base Pine Gap is just past these cautionary signs. Operated jointly by the American and Australian governments, Pine Gap is a facility that you may not be familiar with unless you've watched Netflix series bearing the same name. Most likely, you've never heard of this location or realized that such a significant American operation is in the heart of the Australian outback. Known as Project Rainfall, this covert operation has a deep-rooted and enigmatic background that spans several decades. When the United States and the Soviet Union escalated their worldwide Cold War after successfully launching the first intelligence-collecting satellites, both nations started placing satellites in orbit in the 1960s. Real-time management and supervision over these systems were considered necessary, as was the need for data collecting to keep tabs on geopolitical rivals from a distance. These United States intelligence and surveillance satellites flying over the eastern hemisphere of the Earth might have been built elsewhere. However, there are several politically significant reasons why the location of the Australian continent's geographic core was selected. First and foremost, the profound remoteness of this facility, nestled deep within the heart of the Australian continent, placed it over 900 kilometers from the nearest coastline. This strategic positioning guaranteed that foreign espionage vehicles navigating the surrounding waters could not intercept the signals transmitted from the satellites to the base. Secondly, the base found its home deep within the expanse of Australia, a nation known for its strong friendship and alliance with the United States. It maintained a discreet and secure presence far from the bustling population centers along the Australian coastlines. Thirdly, and arguably most crucially, the chosen location for the station's construction imposed a strict constraint: the terrain. including the base of the floor and the surrounding hills, could not exceed an incline of more than 6 degrees. This stipulation was meticulously adhered to at the precise geographic coordinates of Pine Gap, situated in the heart of Australia at a latitude of 23.8 degrees south and a longitude of 133.74 degrees east. The potential to establish robust connections with satellites positioned up to 60 degrees east and extending as far west as 153 degrees would enable comprehensive coverage over regions encompassing China, North Korea, the Indian subcontinent, and a substantial portion of what was then the Soviet Union. In brief, the site was a highly strategic choice for establishing a satellite intelligence base. Consequently, by the end of 1966, the governments of the United States and Australia entered into a treaty that outlined establishment of a U.S. satellite surveillance base in Australia. This facility would later evolve into the contemporary Pine Gap, where operations commenced in 1970, accompanied by the relocation of numerous American families to the heart of the Australian outback. However, another more extensive intelligence alliance was at play that also played a pivotal role in establishing this base. Referred to as the Five Eyes, this is an intelligence coalition composed of the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. It was established during World War II and grew in size and importance during the Cold War era. The structure of this alliance allows all member countries' intelligence agencies to collaborate seamlessly and exchange their global information. The coalition remained significant as the Cold War persisted and new challenges to the United States arose, such as the People's Republic of China, Vietnam, and later Iraq and Afghanistan. Pine Gap has maintained its crucial role in intelligence gathering, undergoing significant expansion. Today, it houses nearly 40 individual antennas on its site and has overseen at least 9 geosynchronous satellites owned by various U.S. intelligence agencies. In the last 45 years, what has made these types of satellites exceptionally suitable for intelligence gathering missions is their placement within a geosynchronous orbit. They move in sync with the Earth's rotation, ensuring they maintain the same orbital period as the Earth's rotation. This implies that they continuously observe the same part of the Earth's surface as if they were stationary on a map. This contrasts sharply with satellites operating in lower Earth orbits, which frequently circumnavigate the planet multiple times daily and travel at significantly higher speeds. One of the distinct advantages of a geosynchronous orbit for a spy satellite is that within this range, it can simultaneously observe a vast expanse of the Earth's surface. If you were to perform all the mathematical calculations and computations for this, you would discover that it is slightly less than 50% of the Earth's total surface area. This naturally facilitates the collection of an extensive volume of data by the surveillance satellites positioned overhead, covering a considerable large area below. Presently, 3 such geosynchronous spy satellites are confirmed to operate from Pine Gap, all situated along the same line of latitude. Orion 5 is positioned above the western Indian Ocean, while Orion 7 can be found at the western tip of the Indonesian island of Sumatra. Additionally, Orion 3 is situated just west of the Indonesian island of Sulawesi. Each of these 3 geosynchronous satellites orbits at an altitude of approximately 36,000 kilometers above the Earth's surface. Positioned at precise coordinates, they are equipped to capture a vast array of electronic signals originating from the planet below. These signals encompass a broad spectrum, including radio communications, radar emissions, microwave transmissions, missile telemetry, satellite communications, and phone transmissions. Providing American intelligence are these 3 satellites. Satellite coverage spans all domains of current U.S. significant strategic anxiety, and as a result, the intelligence of all Five Eyes member states and their respective agencies. Over 50% of the world's population spans Western Africa, the Middle East, and the nations of Ukraine, Russia, Iran, Afghanistan, China, and North Korea elsewhere. The regions of the polar land. Launching satellites, keeping them in orbit, and collecting data from the Earth's surface is immensely challenging. If you're anything like me, you're likely curious about how these satellites operate and more broadly, how things generally work. In our quest for knowledge and understanding, we are reminded that science and technology have the power to unravel the mysteries of our world. While the complexities of engineering and mathematics may seem daunting, they are the keys to turning the seemingly impossible into reality. As we delve into the world of intelligence operations, we are reminded of the importance of access to education and resources that help us explore and comprehend the wonders of science. Thank you for watching this incredible voyage through time, and stay tuned for more exciting adventures in the world of science and discovery.